Chip chop, the longer we take, the less Halo you get to play.
Okay, I've already started, right? That they can hear you.
Uh-huh.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. We have the Evocati patch for 3.16. Hashtag Dab called it. Told you it was going to come out this week. And it's already got some bug fixing in it. I'm actually quite impressed with this patch. By the way, I'm here with Fizz, who's whinging as much as the next guy. Hello, Fizz. How are you?
Whinge, bitch, moan.
Obviously, guys, today is Halo Day. So we are trying to get these videos out because I don't know about Fizz, but I'm going to be streaming Halo. Come on, guys, I have a huge, great big UNEC flag hanging off my wall, my lounge room. What do you think I'm going to be streaming? Alright, so let's jump into it. So 3.16.0 PTU patch 7900798 patch notes has been released to Evocati. We are not Evocati, so we can talk about it. So, obviously, database reset, yes. Long-term persistence enabled. Pledge copy disabled. Starting credits 15 million UEC. The build is currently under NDA, which does not affect us. So, this patch does not contain all of the intended features, which will be added interactively to these notes as they become available. So, testing focus. Grav rework. Gravlev rework. Yeah. Known issues. Ship sometimes won't appear in the VDMA app unless the player spawns the ship first and then spawns a different ship after. Only the ship will appear in the VMA, sorry. I also noticed that with the previous patch, but to be honest, I also found that storing it also worked as well. So for Evocati, try that. There are multiple doors offering only close options, preventing exterior doors from being opened. That could be an issue. Ships can explode after a player exits them. Yes, we have found this out the hard way on the PU at the moment. Captain Brunner has literally found this out several times the hard way. UI may become glitchy and random intervals. We've noticed this for literally months. So I think this is actually part of the Squadron. I know that they were putting that in for Squadron for the Pyro system. So, yeah. Cannot repair, refuel, or restock at LEOs. What's LEOs? Fizz?
What now?
What's LEOs?
LEOs. End of life.
No, that's ELOs. What's LEOs? Oh, anyway. Landing something. I don't know. Medical bay not healing injured. That could be an issue. Character's head, moby glass, and other equipment are missing after being released from Crusher. That also is an issue. Bounty hunter missions may still install indefinitely if leaving the area before it updates on a slow server. Easy habs in Everest Harbour have no atmosphere and will asphyxiate players with no suit. Whoops. Bed logging. That might be why people are dying at Everest Harbour yesterday. Bed logging on a moon or planet. Ship falls through the surface. There are high chance of selling commodities at admin kiosk will fail. Hammerhead doors to turrets may not open for player if they leave the seat during QT, trapping them inside. The emergency elevators do not send a valid player to the hospital once the admin patient UI has been activated. Remains stuck on checking availability. Quantum travel towards a party member can cause the player to fly into a planet. Oh, goody, we have this bug back. I love that bug. It's so much fun. After trying on clothes in a store, all equipment items are permanently deleted from the inventory. Multiple heavy armor clips partially obscure the moby glass, and weapons will not holster. I have noticed that. Like trying to holster things like your pistol or your multi-tool tends to pull it out, put it back in, and just get stuck in this sort of loop. Feature updates, gameplay, Gravlev rework. So, Gravlev for hovering vehicles, Nox, Dragonflight, etc., have been heavily revamped and upgraded to improve the feature of driving, along with greatly improved general stability and less glitchiness, and should greatly improve the much faster speeds on bikes. Players can now height adjust how far above the surface they are by holding space and by going up and control by using control to go down. Doing this will make the vehicle that are closer to the ground go faster, with the risk of collision, and the vehicles higher above the ground be slower. Falling from the great heights no longer should destroy your bike. Okay. Falling from great heights no longer... So maybe the Gravlev will kick in and maybe the bike will just sort of like... Yeah. Alright. And bug fixes. Character customizer should now save changes in the PU when editing appearance. Thank God. Can't wait for that to go to our PTU. Our PTU. Players should now be able to store, put gems, shards, or harvestables into their personal inventory. MFD should no longer be difficult to interact with due to overriding inner thought prompts. So items should no longer get in a bad state and highlight as grey instead of green, and have been able to update. Oh, thank God they fixed that. I noticed that was happening a lot. It was more with the 3.15, not the 1 patch, but the 15 patch, it was really bad for it. You'd put on like guns and ammo and armor and stuff and then not be able to take them off. Mineable rocks should no longer have a small hitbox, which causes mining UI to have a hard time tracking the progress of the mining progress. Cool. Players should no longer have a potential to fall through the surface of whatever they're lying on after being revived out of a down state. Thank God. Capacity UI on equipment armor should no longer appear to be over 100%, despite being not enough items to break capacity. They fixed an issue that was causing main elevators and group hex to duplicate. Oh, thank God. Fixed an issue causing group bounties not to complete. Logging out of a ship or bed, or crashing recovery should no longer fail with an error of 20018 or spawn star returning the main menu. Cool. So ship logouts should be more reliable. Game should no longer crash after looting an NPC game crew member corpse in Investigate Missing Crew. The ship's volatile cargo should no longer suddenly become critically unstable. Mining UI should no longer scan deposits every time the mining laser is activated or deactivated. Quantum traveling towards a party member should no longer cause a player to fly up into the planet. Although it says up earlier that bug was there, so hedging their bets, maybe. Moving on hills, stairs, fences, low walls, or prompts should no longer cause someone to trip. Yamas is going to be so disappointed. Or flinging them into the air. Player 1 and 2 should no longer lose all control after player 1 attempts to loot player 2 is incapacitated body while player 2 opens inventory. Fixed an issue that was only allowing players to split one item from a stack at a time. Thank God for that. They fixed 5 client crashes, 3 server crashes, back-end server crash, and a partridge in a pear tree. Alright, Fez, what are your thoughts on this patch? Obviously not all the features are there, but with what we've got, I actually quite like it actually.
So far, it feels like it's more of a quality of life patch.
Which is also what we called literally last week. When everybody was freaking out, about 3.16 been gutted, I turned around and we said at the time, it's okay to be gutted as long as they do quality of life patches. And that's what they're doing on this. So for everybody, Salty Mike, that freaked out about 3.16 being gutted, here's your quality of life patch. Which I am completely fine about, because as much as I love Bruno sometimes, I really, really don't like him whinging about bugs. I love you, Bruno. But, you know, he does, and he has a point, right? Obviously, these bugs, you know, they screw you over sometimes. right? Fair call. I think he's going to like the fact that there's a lot of bug fixing going into this patch too. So I like it. I think it's a good move. Look, we know it's got to come out on the 23rd of December. We know this is literally a timed release. It has to be out. And at the end of the day, if they can go through and they can nail these bugs and get all these bugs fixed and everything like that, over Christmas, we could have 3.16. It won't drastically change the gameplay, but at the very end, it'll be a 3.15 with mining lasers, trip mines, minables, and gravelift work, and a whole bunch of bug fix. And I am completely fine with that. But I don't know. Any other thoughts? What else you got?
I mean, there's not much to really say. I mean,
there's a lot missing from this patch. Yeah.
Well, for now, yeah. I mean,
yeah. So at the end of the day, guys, obviously we haven't heard about trip mines being put in. Only thing that we've really heard about in this patch is bug fixing and gravelift. So there's a few other things, DNA head scanning and like those DNA faces and stuff like that. That's supposedly coming in and stuff like that. I presume that's all going to be added at a later date. So at the end of the day, you know, I like the fact that they're like, hey, here's gravelift. By the way, we've heard that there's a lot of bugs, so here's a lot of bug fixing. Don't get me wrong, there's still bugs, there's still things that they need to fix. But at the end of the day, if they're going to concentrate on bug fixing for this patch and make it a quality of life patch, it is a win for me. We've had some really good patches over the past year. So at the end of the day, if we have a low patch or a gutted patch, as some people like to call it, but it has a whole bunch of bug fixing, I'm going to take it as a fucking win. Yeah. Apart from that, obviously, guys, we'll keep you up to date. Obviously, with this, there will be another video today. They have put out the Q&A regarding the
Odyssey.
That's right. Thank you very much. So that will be coming up literally right after this. But guys, let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section regarding this patch. Like I say, it looks like it's a quality of life patch. I think Fez hit on the head here. And at the end of the day, I am completely A-okay with that.
Yes.
Apart from that, guys, have a great night. Enjoy yourself. And obviously, we'll see you in the verse or in Halo probably today and tomorrow and until this goes to PTU for us. Are you going to stream today, Fez? Halo?
Yeah, why not?
Sure. There you go. You had it, people. We got it on recording. Fez is going to start up his streaming software. Be afraid. All right. We'll see you in the next video. Have a great night. Enjoy.